Go ask. She works here and not me. I thought I worked here, but it was weird. It was weird how she thought that. Hello everyone, it's your girl Caitlin and welcome back to my channel. So I haven't been posting that much in a long time. I want to get back to posting more because I have a lot more free time now. I just want to kind of get right into the video. Today I will be doing a story time. I miss doing those. Honestly, story times are my favorite things to film. We move on to the video. I just want to say, if you guys like this video at any point, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to leave some ideas on what you guys want to see me do. Yeah, so let's get on to the video. I started serving about almost 2 years in July, but I've been like a server for like a year and 2 months. And I've had a lot of stories, but this one like really stuck out to me. I was at work and I'm gonna use her real name because I don't think that she would care. But I was with my coworker Hannah. Me and Hannah were working and she already was just like not having it today, like at all. She was already pissed because there were so many servers on the floor and she was like the closer. And there was like 6 of us when there should have been like 1 or 2. I ended up finally getting it cut down to just me and Hannah. And honestly, I was having like a pretty chill night. I think I had like 1 other table and then I see this couple walk in. Now this couple is like 35, but they were dressed kind of like younger. Like they were dressed very nice and they looked younger, but I think they were like 35. Like they were definitely old enough to have manners, and they didn't end up having any, obviously. Walk in, and honestly at our job we do kind of wear like nothing revealing. We do have cute server outfits rather than like a button up. We wear like black tights, black skirt, and like whatever black top you want to wear. And I like to look really cute at work. I mean, I'm a server, so I kind of rely on tips, and I like to look cute at work. Like our uniforms are cute, so my face, I want to look cute with it. So if you servers will understand me out there, kind of when you go up to a table, you know when the vibe's instantly off from the female. It can be like you're walking up to the table and you could just tell the girl's looking at you like, and you're, you know, I'm here to work, bitch. I don't want your mans. I do not want your mans at all. I have my own mans, you know what I'm saying? If not, I have my own hoe. I don't need your man, okay? And I'm not here to get your man. I'm here to get money and do my job, okay? But instantly when I walked over there, they were sitting on the same side of the booth and they were facing like away from our kitchen. So I was walking down the aisle about to come and greet them. And she just looked at me like, so I not once, I'm telling you, for the first like half that they were there, I don't even know what her boyfriend looks like because I didn't even look at him. I was like, this girl was glaring at me like, don't fucking look at him. And so I was just like looking at her. I was being super nice. I was talking to the girl and she goes, I was like, hi, like I always do my spiel. I like always like talk about the drinks, whatever. I asked if they've been there before. She goes, yep, we are here all of the time. And I was like, okay, whatever. I finally get their drinks and I come back and they're fighting. They're arguing so fucking bad. And usually I have like this whole thing where I'll put down the drinks and then I'll ask like if they want any appetizers, if they looked over that and whatever. So I asked right after I dropped off their drinks and they were like, nope, we haven't even gotten a chance to look at it. And so I was like, okay, like take your guys' time, no worries. They're screaming like so loud and you can, everybody in this whole restaurant, there's probably like 3 tables, maybe 2. So I let like 20 minutes go past, and before even going back over there, I kept walking by just in case like they were gonna flag me down and need me, but they were honestly like not creeping me out, but like kind of scaring me. So I was just not about to have it. So I walk back over there after 20 minutes and she goes, I was like, hi, we got a chance to look over the menu. And then I start realizing that the guy's a dick too. It's not just the fucking bitch. It's not just the female, okay? And he was like, nope, no. And like put his hand out and I was just like, okay, no worries, take your time, you know? And so whatever, so then I walk over and back over to the kitchen, and at this point I don't think Hannah even has a table and she's the closer. Mind you, we close at 10. Let me just put that out for everybody, okay? They sat down, I remember the exact time, 7:28 they sat down. So 20 minutes go past. I remember I said I went back, so at this point it's like 7:48, 7:50. It is an hour and 15 minutes past, and they're still fucking arguing. Mind you, let me rewind it real quick. It was the girl's birthday, and so again, I'm looking at the girl the whole time when I first spiel, and I'm like, oh, whose birthday is it? And she's like, mine, you know what I'm saying? Like, not like in a nice way. She'll like leave room for some dessert, like we do some free dessert, whatever. And so it's her birthday and they're fucking arguing so bad. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. Like, if my man and I were ever fighting on my birthday that bad, like, you can get the fuck out. I'm gonna eat by myself. What they were fighting about, I want to say it was something about like him cheating. I don't really fucking know. It was something dramatic. But my manager comes over to me and he's like, oh hey, like, have you gone over to that table? And I was like, yeah, they've been fighting for like an hour and 15 minutes. I went over there twice and they like shooed me away. They are not interested in fucking looking at the menu anytime soon. And he was like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to go over there in like 10-20 minutes because they've been sitting here for so long they haven't ordered anything besides drinks. Do not waste my time. I'm sorry. That is just ridiculous, and it's her birthday. Whatever you guys are fighting about is not that important. So whatever. So he ends up going over there, I think like 10-20 minutes after I talked to him. So it was about like an hour 30 at this point that they've been sitting there fighting over there, and he's like, hey, like, how are you guys doing? And they're like, good. And he said that they were looking at them like, are looking at him like, why the fuck are you asking? You know what I'm saying? So finally, probably 10 or 15 minutes after that, I go over because I saw their heads going down, and he's like, you know what, he goes, yeah, we should be ready. And so I'm like, okay. So I grab my notepad out, you know, not letting them fucking phase me. And the girl goes, okay, can I just get the French onion? And I was like, okay, yeah. And when you say, can I just get the French onion? I'm thinking that's as your entree. So I asked her, I said, okay, do you want that as your entree or do you just want that as your soup or salad? And she goes, what's the difference? Like, one is an entree, one's your main course, the other one you're gonna get before your main course. The guy was like, no, she just wants that as her soup. And I was like, okay. And then he orders an appetizer, which is one that I always feature. And she was like,
are you gonna eat that? Because I'm not gonna eat that.
And I'm like, awkwardly at the fucking table. I'm like, and then he's like, well, I was going to, but now you're gonna share with me. And she's like, I'm not gonna share with you. And so he's like also standing at this point. I don't fucking know why. I think he was gonna go to the bathroom or something. And he goes, you know what, just put in her soup and then you can come back for the entree. I kid you fucking not. I work at a very fancy restaurant, and okay, I wouldn't say it's very fancy, but a pretty nice restaurant. And the guy comes back from the bathroom and this girl stands up in the aisle and they start making out in the fucking aisle, bro. Again, at this point, there's nobody else in the restaurant. It's so fucking uncomfortable for me, though, and for Hannah, and for everybody working. Fucking weird. I'm like, you guys were just fucking fighting for about 2 hours, then you're gonna be making on the aisle, whatever. So back over there, they're all over each other. I'm like,
you guys ready to order? Cause I'm ready to get the fuck out of here.
Then I'm like also giving them a drink, so I don't know if they just like started feeling themselves and they just became more of a dick, but I didn't know it could get fucking worse, but it gets so much worse. So then I come over with their food and they got like scallops, they got like 3 entrees, and then they got like a lot of sides. And also, mind you guys, I offered them Brussels sprouts. I was like, they're the best that we have there. They're cooked in bacon, can't go wrong with it, right? So, and they're like, you know what, we'll trust your judgment. They were being a little nice. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, yeah, they're really good. You guys can't go wrong with them. Which they asked my opinion what the best sides were, and I told them we're not gonna all have the same taste, but whatever. So just remember that. So I go and I drop off their food. Hannah's following me because we have so many plates in our hands. This girl, not a single one of them fucking moved anything out of the way for us. Then the girl had her birthday bag, her like wrapping paper and everything in front of her. And so I'm like sitting there with hot plates, like saying, okay, here's your crab legs, or here's your steak, whatever she got. And I'm like about to put it down, and she's still not fucking moving anything from her fucking table, dude. Everything's still in front of her. So literally all she looks at me and she goes, babe, can you put this in my second hole? Talking about some earrings that he fucking got her, okay? And so I literally put down her shit right the fuck in front of her, like didn't move any shit for me. And I was like, how's everything looking? And they just both looked at me. And so I was like, and walked away. And then they start making out again hardcore. Like, I can hear it from the fucking kitchen how much they're making out. It's disgusting. And I'm like sitting over there, I'm like, dude, this relationship is so, and like she was he was posting like her earrings on Instagram. Like, she was like, babe, take a picture, and she was like sitting there like this, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, you're so fake as fuck, because you're gonna post something like, oh my god, I
love my mans, he bought me earrings, blah 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 blah,
when you guys were just fighting for 2 fucking hours on your damn birthday. You guys are fake as fuck, and now you're gonna forgive him and be happy with him because he bought you something. That's fucking pathetic and stupid. I am sorry, that's so fucking dumb. And I want to be going off this hard. These people aren't assholes, okay? So whatever. So then they're eating for a long time. We close at 10 o'clock. They've been here since 7:20. It is 9:45, 9:50. I go over to the other day and like, oh no, we're still working on everything, which is fine, whatever. I do not care at this point. So it's 10:15 at this point. And they again have been here since 7:20. Hannah, who's the closer, doesn't even have a fucking table. And I go over, I'm like, okay, can I box these up for you guys? And they were like, honestly, you can just box this up and give it to a homeless person. We hated everything. And I went up to them like 3 times and asked how everything was. And they're like, yeah, it's good. And then the girlfriend goes,
Oh, baby, you're so nice.
and I was just like, are you dead ass? Like, and then I was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. I was like, did you guys not like the Brussels sprouts? And they go, no, we actually fucking hated them. Like, ew, I never want to get those again. And I was like, okay, bitch, we get it. So then we're there and I'm like, okay, you guys have a free dessert. Like, what were you thinking? And the girl goes, do I have to get a free dessert? And I was like, oh no. I was like, it's just free for your birthday if you want to do one. And she's like, can we just like, because I'm not a dessert person. She's also on her phone the whole time, like, so not listening to me. She's like, I'm not really a dessert person, so can I like get a drink, a free like drink instead? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, like, we don't substitute like other things for it. It's just an offer if you guys want to do it. And then she was, can you like go ask, because I don't feel like you're that sure. And she goes, maybe you can like do it for me, it's my birthday. And I was like, okay. So I went over to my manager and I was like, hi, can you give a free drink instead of a dessert for her, because it's her birthday? She's not a dessert person. And he goes, no, we can't do that. I go, thank you, that's what I thought, but she told me to go ask because she works here and not me. I thought I worked here, but it was weird. It was weird how she thought that. So I went over and I went to tell her and that we can't do that, I'm sorry. And she goes, okay, then I don't want it. And then he goes, you know what, box it up to go and we'll give it to a homeless person too. And then she's making out while I'm standing there. And so I'm like, okay. So I'm over them at this point because it's 10:30 and they're still fucking sitting there. So their dessert comes out, whatever, and they're the only people in this restaurant. Then they don't fucking move for so fucking long. It's probably 10:45 at this point. My manager goes and turns off the music, and I'm literally just sitting on my phone with Hannah waiting for them to leave. Me and the buster are like waiting for them to leave so we can go clean off the fucking table. So they finally start getting up, and like right when they got up and they were like, here's their table, and then when they were like to the point over here about to turn the corner to like go to the lobby, me and the buster like run to go clean up their shit so we can go home. And the girl like storms off pissed, and the guy walks back and he was like, hey, do you have a manager here? And at first I'm like, oh fuck, dude, they heard me talking shit about them. I was definitely talking a lot of shit about them the whole time, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude, they heard me. And so I'm like, yeah. So I'm like super scared. And then he was like, and as I'm like walking, he goes, why the fuck did you turn off the music? And I said, what? He goes, you turned off the fucking music, we were still sitting there. And I said, I'll just go get a manager. Because I knew like my manager would be on my side. Like, the fuck, I didn't even turn off the fucking music, dude. You're here 10:45. You've been here since 7:20. You guys didn't order because you guys were fighting so fucking long. And then Hannah gets up and she starts yelling at the guy, and she's like, I'm not gonna sit here and have you be rude to her. You've been rude to her the entire time. I'm not gonna deal with it anymore. You need to stop shouting at her. And like, I'm a person that's very confrontational. I will, like, if someone's talking shit about me, I'm gonna go up to you and fucking be like, what the fuck did you say? Were you talking shit about me? Because bitch, if you're gonna talk shit, you're gonna tell me to my face, you know? But at work, I'm not like that. Like, at work, I feel like, at all my other jobs, I feel like I couldn't ever be like that. I feel like my boss will always be like, oh, you're wrong, the customer's always right, blah, 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 blah. But at my job now, they always have my fucking back. They're like, no, like, you were not in the wrong, blah, 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 because they know, like, what type of server I am, you know? come out with my manager, and Hannah and this guy are fucking screaming at each other. He goes, I spent $200 here, blah, blah, blah. She goes, I don't care. I've seen people spend way more money than that. Damn! So rude to her the entire time, and I'm not dealing with it anymore. It's ridiculous. And then he was like, he's like, I'm a customer, it doesn't matter. And she goes, it does matter. And then my manager comes over and he's like, oh, what's the problem? What's the problem? And I'm just like, what the hell is going on? And he was like, why'd you turn the music off? And then my manager was like, it was me, like, it wasn't their fault. Like, we close at 10, blah, blah. And he was like, well, you guys were rushing us to get out of here. And my manager was like, no, we didn't, sir. You've been here since 7 o'clock. It's 10:45. We close at 10. You guys, like, the bartender was even fucking gone. Like, we were the last people in here. The cooks were fucking gone, too. And so, whatever. And then he ends up just being like, oh, and walked off. Fucking sucked, dude. Like, they literally... Like, how do you go out to a place and just want to be that fucking rude to people? And, like, I get it if you're having a hard day or anything like that, but, like, do not put that out on other people. And, like, you're going to sit there and yell at me. And, like, honestly, I have so much respect for Hannah for even sticking up for me because I felt like I couldn't because I didn't want to get in trouble. Which she didn't even get in trouble because they were being rude. And we weren't even rushing you guys out of here. You guys got up on your own, and right when you got up, we walked over and cleaned your stuff off. Like, people are just fucking ridiculous. And, like, ever since I've been a server, like, I'm just like, how can you be that fucking, like, mad over what? Fuck being a server sometimes. I love and hate it, but if you guys are interested in seeing any more server horror stories, let me know, and then I'll do a part 2. I have so many stories, and my sister has so many stories. But yes, if you guys like this video at any point, don't forget to give it a like, a comment, and subscribe if you guys want to see more of my videos. If you guys liked today's video, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!